And we have liftoff. Thank you so much for tuning into the Planet Guardian podcast. We're your hosts, Aneesa and Robbie, and thank you so much for tuning in. We are reviewing episode 4 of the Mnet survival show, Girls Planet 999. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of our conversation, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and if you're not even interested in all of that, go ahead and subscribe to the playlist for this podcast so you can keep up with each episode when we update. Okay, now that we can get to the nitty-gritty of our conversation, Aneesa, go ahead and share your top 9.
Here we go. My new top 9, it actually didn't change all that much. Number 1, I feel like I figured out what I want this group. As I told you before, I want a really feminine group. So I feel like a good center for me is going to be Jiwon. And she was the center in the Yes or Yes team, the red team. Yeah, so she was beautiful. And I still have Ruiqi on my team. I like her. That's all that I need to say about that. The new person on my team, so Jiwon and Hyerim kicked out Yoonjia and Shim Sungdon, who I was holding on for a while, but I don't know if I really care for them that much because I like these two a lot now. Kim Hyerim is the one with the 2 buns who hit the yes or yes. Yujin, she's still there. I think she's a solid one's going to be there. Yurina's still there. Vivienne is still there. Wen Zhe is still there. Chinese girl who gets no screen time. Cui Wenmeixiu still there, and also on Jeongmin still there. So I feel like it's pretty much the same team. But like I said, I kicked out Yoonjia and Shim Sungin and replaced them with the 2 girls from Yes or Yes that I really liked. And anything else I have to say, we can just talk about it when we review the performances. That's really, that's my top 9. That's it. So I'll stop and swap back to you, unless you have any comments.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of it? Like,
It's your taste. That's kind of like it fits you.
Yeah.
All right. So this is my top 9. Goodness. All right. I don't know if you can see all the screen stuff. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, this is my top 9. If the rumors are true, a lot of these girls are gone, but this is just, I feel like a beautiful fantasy for me. So Vivienne's still in the top. I really do like, I really like what she has brought to the competition. And if the rumors are true, I just want her to know that she did great and she was rigged out. Hsinwei, beautiful. I keep going back to her performance. She did really good. So Kim Bora is a new face in my top 9. She was the main vocalist in 5th season, Team 1. Oh goodness. Okay, thank you for the scan, love. She was a main vocalist in the DAP team, and she did amazing. Apparently, she's in Cherry Bullet. I never knew she existed because I always just kind of looked at the girl from produce. So I really liked how like she was just singing and she supported her team as a leader. So I thought that was really good. Yume, I believe she was in the Pretty You team, and she gave me either she was in Pretty You or no. I'm thinking about someone else. But either way, either she was in Pretty You or she was in 5th season, and she did really well, and I liked her voice. Yizhou was in Pretty You, and she did the little cute thingy. I thought that was cute. She's always there.
She's the one who did this thing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Kang Yeseo, she was in the Fiesta team, and I was like, oh, finally, another Korean contestant I like. I think I've come to the conclusion that I just don't like these contestants, like a lot of them, and I'm realizing that I just like the personalities that the AKB members from Produce 48 had, because they were just humble and kind, and not all these girls have that. They're just too cocky. So I probably won't stand the group that comes out of this, but regardless, I felt really bad for her when she was like the lowest sell on her team. And her teammate, who is, if there was a top 10 Hwan Ching Show, she would be there. We'll talk about her later. I like her. But yeah, she did really good in her high note for Fiesta. Manami, I think she's solid. I kept thinking back to her voice. I don't remember what team she's on, but she sang. Her voice is really good. Lungfei, I think. Yeah, she's gorgeous.
Yes,
goodness, she's gorgeous. I kept looking at her icon, but I was like, I don't know who she is. I think if she had more screen time, she would have been able. Well, if the rumors are correct, she would have been able to stick around longer. But
let's save that talk to the end because some people might not want spoilers like that. So we should save that.
I apologize. I'm just there's rumors out there. We didn't create them, but we'll talk about that at the end. And my apologies if I mean it could be false, so we don't know. And Guinn Myah has fell to 9, but she did really well. There are girls that I like. Well, there's the girls that I am okay with that aren't in my top, but this is like my beautiful fantasy.
I think Guinn Myah's been getting more popular recently. I feel like I've been seeing her in more people's top 9.
That's because if you saw the episode, they pushed her to be the center for her performance. And I feel kind of bad for the girl. We'll talk more about that later, but the girl that was center for the performance, because like she didn't hardly have any lines, and I don't know if she's gonna like survive. Anyway, that's my top. Alrighty, let me look at my phone.
So now we can talk about each of the performances.
Yeah, and let me fry up these contestants. So Fiesta team 1 versus team 2. I just don't know all the contestants, but I'm just gonna call team 1 the magenta team and team 2 the indigo team, because that's the colors they're wearing.
So this is Fiesta team. Your girl, I like her. If I could have a top 12, she would be in it. Hsinwei. Because I feel like every time it was her time to perform, she was very, she was on point. She was very beautiful. I like her voice. And I don't know, I just like her on stage. I feel like out of all the members on her team, I feel like she fits IZ*ONE's image. You know what I mean? So I felt like Fiesta really fit her.
The sad thing is that and we can talk more about this, but I won't keep talking about it because I'm soft-livid. This group is not going to be elegant. So there's that. On that team, Huang Qingxiao, immaculate. When they were practicing, and she's like, "It's my Fiesta," and she's over it and walked off. I said, "Great, girl, great." But she was like on point in the real performance. She was great. They shouted her out. So she did good. Yizhou did good in her high note. The Japanese contestant that sang Go Go Baby, she proved to me that she can sing. I don't think Go Go Baby was a great song to show your vocals because it's an ugly song, and it makes your vocals ugly even if you can sing, and you're not fluent in Korean, so you're like fumbling the words. Like,
I don't know why she chose that song because Mamamoo has some good songs where you can showcase your vocals. So I felt like that wasn't one of the best options.
I would have chose Starry Night.
Yeah.
But that's not a popular song.
Yeah.
So she's like, baby. And I'm like, yeah, save that for someone who wants to hear it. I feel like this whole competition is just, let's show how fierce we are.
Just pick the popular things and then show how
the most popular, fierce song in the bin, in the trash.
Your girl, back to your girl, Hsinwei. Sorry if I keep bringing her up because I'm being serious. Like if there's a top 12, she would be in it. So actually, it was kind of hard for me to make my top 9 this time. But whatever. Like every time.
But your top 9 is a bunch of girls, and she does not.
No, it's not because you're still stuck on Ruiqi. But look at who was in my top 9. It was Vivienne and Yurina, Jiwon, Kim Hyerim. Wen Zhe, she's older, so I feel like because of that, she naturally has that more mature image. But she was in the Yes or Yes team, and she was actually really cute. She's like a cute but mature, but not fierce. The only fierce one there was Ruiqi, but maybe she's very fierce, so it was kind of overpowering. Like all the cute girls next to her.
I think that's what it is. If her and Hikaru just don't debut,
you would be okay with any team as long as they're not in it.
I think that's where I'm at. I think that's just where I'm at. If I had to pick one, it'd be Ruiqi, but I have no confidence that they can make her mix or blend in with the others.
She can. She's just not giving it in this show. But back to Fiesta.
I'm sorry. I'm keep trying them, and I keep messaging you about it. I can't get over it, and I feel like apologize.
This whole call is going to be us just repeating what we were already like mass texting each other the other day. But that's okay. That's okay.
This is a public conversation about it.
Yeah.
So back to Fiesta, right?
I wanted to say that the high note in the red team for Fiesta, I felt like it was nothing special. I feel like.
Okay,
all they had to do was do the high note because the blue team messed up so bad that all they had to do was just do the high note and the red team, and it was like, all right, it was good, you know.
I wish I was producing the teams because I would have made the Japanese baby girl that did the baby. I'm going to keep making fun of them because I don't like that song and I didn't like how she sang it, so it just made it even worse. But she is a good vocalist. It's just a bad song choice, like. Just sing an IU song. Like, is that? But it would have been a solo thing. Anyway, but I think she should have did the high note. I think Yeseo should have done Chaewon's part. The
yeah.
I think because her voice is already high and Chaewon's voice is already high, so that makes sense. And the Japanese contestants already has a more a fuller voice, so it would have made the high note more full. Everything else is fine. They should have switched roles. But I think she had a lot to prove because her cell was like the lower cell in the team.
Mm-hmm.
And Hyung Ching Cho was like, girl, I don't know why you done pick me. I can't dance. And I was like, yeah. But she was on point. I think, and I can understand this because I've been in positions where, you know, doing dance covers and stuff where you have low confidence, so you perform very poorly. But then when you feel supported, you do really well. So it's all about where you're at in your spirit. So I understand that. So good. Kudos to her. Team 2, I have a lot to say. Do you want to start off? Because I'm going to.
Yeah, I want to start off.
I really seriously know that I'm going to get us a lot of thumbs down.
At this point, speak your truth because I know other people feel the same way. But Can I make a really quick comment?
This is your time.
Team 2 for Fiesta, that was the blue team, right?
Yeah.
My very, very first thought, the center of that, her name was Jimin. The center, like when they were all down and she was standing up and she was in the middle, she looks like our friend Jeannie. Did you notice that? Or was that just me?
I didn't even pay attention to her. She was like drying paint.
Okay, damn. I guess she was.
Yeah, she was like drying paint to me. I mean, if I look back, I'll be like, oh yeah, kind of, but I didn't pay attention to, I think all the girls need to switch all their roles.
Man.
There's a girl that couldn't sing.
Yeah, there was 2 girls, at least 2 girls who couldn't sing.
I was like, can you give her the Wonyoung parts? Because it, like, not saying Wonyoung can't sing, but her parts, no beatika, no singa. Like, you don't have to have a lot of, like, vocal talent. You'd have to stay on key. And she would have been pretty enough to do that part. And then what's her name? Hyunmin.
Mm-hmm.
Shame on her. She's going, like, let's just say right now, she is a confirmed team member of the debut team. And I don't agree with it. And it's not because I'm saying she's untalented. It's because she is getting in purely because she is her brother's sister. That is it. That is,
for me,
it.
I feel like I could give it a pass if she was the sibling of a popular girl group. But the thing that really, really bothers me is the fact that that's a boy. The boy group stands are the ones voting for her, but we're making a girl group. And like I was telling you before, to me, if she gets in, she straight up ruins the group for me. The same way that Yifan ruined Banba. I love the members of Banba Girls except for Yifan, but I don't like Yifan to the point that she straight up ruins the whole group for me.
She's
and
like
Bahie is the same way to me. If she gets in,
like Hikaru for me.
Yeah. So for you, if Hikaru gets in, it will ruin the whole group. For me, if Bahie gets in, it would honestly ruin the whole group. And it's not that it's really because the only people voting for her are the boy group stands.
Like, and they ain't gonna support the group.
Oh, and that's the other thing too. They're not going to support the group at all. All they're doing is pushing this girl because that's his sister. But I feel like we say that every podcast, so it doesn't.
No, we're gonna keep saying it. We're gonna repeat
it's the truth. At the end of the day, it's the truth.
And what got me was she's a snake. She's a snake. And I'm glad the other person when I commented on video, I said my honest opinion. I wasn't mean about it. I was like, she's wrong for that. She let Miyu hang to dry. And like she was just like, not my problem. And someone in our comments from the last video said that she took main vocal classes. What if that's even a thing? Which I'm sure there is in Korea, right? Like main vocal school. That sounds so silly, right? But I mean, to me,
it's probably just an art school, and she just took vocal classes.
Or maybe it sounds like an like those after school curriculars where it's like train to be a main vocal in K-pop. She could have done that high note, like. And the thing is, even if she was terrible, it doesn't matter. Like she's in the group. So even if she was terrible, they'd be like, at least she tried. But I think like she took the easy way out. And it'd be one thing if easy way out and she was like, man, I don't know if I can do it. But she could have done it. Like, and the thing about it, every time Bae like sang, the quality of the performance went up dramatically. I don't know if you noticed that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like she was the only one that was stable. Like when she the climax, and I was like, okay, you sound good, and everyone else is struggling to do those parts. I don't know. I don't have much respect for her. And I know she's a young. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that I feel like her ranking was so low, and like when they saw the first evaluation, she was on the lower scale of people who did well, and because of that, she wanted the easier parts, and then her team probably was like, all right, you can just get the easier parts. You know what I mean? Compared to Ito Miyu, which was the Japanese girl who messed up the high. She didn't only mess up the high note. She messed up every single one of her lines, every single one, to the point that when I was watching the performance, I actually have to agree with you that the whole team is full of snakes, because how was she messing up? She didn't mess up every single note only on stage performance. She must have been messing up her notes every single time at practice.
You should have had Sakura's parts.
Exactly. They should have, by that point, they should have been like, even if it was closer to the day of, they should have been like, look, it's just not going to work. And we've seen that it doesn't work in Produce 48 when the Promise 9 chick, Gyuri, her voice was starting to get kind of messed up closer to the day of the performance. And then she did her fine.
Keep dragging her.
I'm sorry, because it was iconic. Like, just from that, you should know that your voice isn't going to heal in the little 3 days that you have before the performance. So they should have switched the lines up. And at that point, everyone knows the lyrics. So anyone should have switched. They should have switched it.
Yeah, she should have done Sakura's rap. I would have switched majority of those girls'
exactly
lines. The girl that couldn't sing that had the red highlights, she would have done Won Young's part. Bahie would have done Yuri's parts. Miyu would have done Sakura's part. And they cut out Sakura's parts. The Ike dun dun duri no michi ana, like that part is not even in the performance, so she would have had little to do. All she had to do was do her rap. So that's all she would have to do and sing the chorus. And I felt so bad for her at the end, where like Yuri's like screaming, like "Hey, woo!" Like a Baptist church, and I can say that because I am Baptist. I'm like, first I was like, I'm listening to Fiesta like all this week because that like brought me hype to it, and I was like, poor, Yuri done messed up all these girls. Like she messed up everybody. Like her screaming on this song, but no, Yuri screaming like, "Woo, woo," and I'm like, you messed it up for everybody. Ain't nobody able to scream like you, girl. Mess up for everybody. So, and like I felt bad for Miyu because like at the end, there's some extra ad libs. She just stopped. It was just all instrumental. I was like, where's the Nebi Chacho tonight?
Didn't she try to do some ad-libs, but then they were kind of rough, so she was like, all right, you know what, let me just not, because it ain't working. She
left some syllables out. She said, "K, ooh." And then at the end, when they got on the floor, I heard nothing. I said, yeah, she's done.
That team is full of snakes. The only way that I would not call them a snake is if they were like, hey, maybe we should switch the parts. And she was like, no, I can do it, guys. That's the only way that the team doesn't have snakes. But no, that whole team. If I was
Tiffany, I would have said, y'all need to switch immediately. This girl can't sing the high note.
Yeah.
Like, why did the judges not say anything? For views. For views. But if I was a judge, I'd be like, for quality of the performance, I don't want to put this on stage. So y'all gonna need, like, I'd be like Chuang. That's like, if you remember that extra stage for the contestant that didn't qualify to like go on stage, that we have a song, y'all can do it if we think this is worth putting on stage.
Yeah.
I would have said the same thing, like, this isn't even worth people watching. Like,
exactly. It was terrible.
I would have switched a lot of the roles. Girlfriend that had the as I said before, go over again. Girl that had the red highlight, she would have done Won Young's part. Me, you would have done Sakura's part. And I already cut out majority of Sakura's part from the song anyway. So all she would have to do is to rap and say Fiesta at the bridge. That's all she would have had to do. That would have been enough. Her voice is already gone. So let's focus on being a team player. And then I would make Bahia the main vocalist. And the other two girls that can kind of sing do the key up key. Like I just let them do that part. And everyone else can vibe. They weren't going to win, but at least it would have been palatable.
Yeah, it would have been much better than that. I don't know what's wrong with that team. I felt like they probably no one in that team was a team player, because there's no way that you let the team look like that. And then the girls who sounded fine, because there was at least 3 or 4 of them who were like just fine.
They including Bahia, it was 3.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes you can tell when people when they're a solid team, like when they're connected, because if someone messes up, it kind of reflects on the full team. Like everyone else starts to get kind of like, oh gosh, like now I'm messing up. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But in this team, I felt like when people were messing up their notes, the other girls just didn't care. They just kept going like it had nothing to do with them. And I'm just like, that's kind of weird.
No, if you were listening to the girl that was talking about Miyu, she said, whatever she gives me, I'm fine with.
Oh, wow.
But can we talk? So we did that. So let's talk about, unless you have anything else to say about them.
No, I have nothing else to say. I was going to bring up Bahia one more time, because her facial expressions to me are kind of funny, because I feel like she only has one expression, which is scared puppy. And then it varies based off of that. Like sometimes she's a fierce scared puppy, and then sometimes she's like a cute but still scared puppy. I'm just like, girl, are you okay?
I kind of call it a girl rushing to college class with wet hair from the shower. It's always like, and it's all in her OOO video. She's like, nah, nah, da, da, ooh. And I'm like, can we stop with that, please? I'm over it.
Oh, it was kind of cute. I actually kind of did like her expressions, but besides that, I don't know. That team is really full of little snakes to me. So anyways, on to the next team.
5th season.
Yeah. On my girl team. Your Chinese girl, Loufei. I mean, I do like her too. Let me not say
she's beautiful.
Yes, I noticed her in the.
Why does she not get any screen time? I've only noticed her in this episode. She is gorgeous.
I think she had an ending fairy in the OOO Chinese version. She was beautiful in that.
I didn't like many of the Chinese girls, and I all threw them in the trash as fierce, scary girls. Don't want them in the bin. So I didn't want it. And I had to kind of like pick through the rubbish to see that there were like 5.
Lots of hidden gems in there.
Like 7 of the 33 girls worth debuting if I was a producer. Mm-hmm. Anyway, if I was a producer, I'd rig this group to hell and back. I'll rig this group.
They're trying their best. They're trying their best.
Their best. Their best is doing pretty dang good. They are rigging this group.
Not in the way that we want.
I mean, there are people that won't want it. I don't
know. We need our healthy entertainment for men to come in clutch. We say it every episode because it's true. Healthy entertainment for men. Where are you? We need you to vote for these cute, elegant girls like you did for Eyes One.
No, that was a different group. IOI, do we need those men? But they probably 30-year-olds. They probably got to wives and kids by this point. They probably done married their healthy entertainment lady. They're like, she's finally
like YG marrying.
Yep, this is finally a war. She's finally a woman.
Back to my girl.
Oh, we are so crazy.
So there, the one who did the high note with Loufei, I think that was Kim Bora.
That was Kim Bora.
Yeah, she reminds me of Takeuchi Miyu in Produce 48.
She actually reminds me of the girl from IOI that's in WJSN. She's the one that's always yelling, "Ooh, I'm all natural," with the red hair.
Wait, the 13th member that they added?
She's because she has the same vocal tremble as that girl. Like they sound the same, and I'm like, we need this because. Again, spoiler warning. If you look at the lineup that they have, look at the debut line that they have rumored currently right now, ain't none of them can pull a high note off. This group ain't going insane. So they need to rig Bora in. They need to rig her in, just like, they rigged Girls and Eyes One in, because who's going to yell? Who's going to be screaming? We need a screaming girl. That's why they said these girls, let's bring Yuri in, let's bring her in. She gonna scream on this track. You're giggling, but you agree slightly.
Oh, I definitely agree. I agree. I like screaming songs. So that's not a good way to put it. I like songs that have. I like how
The one
women
girl
do
that's
high
like,
notes.
"Ooh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah."
and I really like the high notes in Eyes one, even though they be like sometimes they're a little bit. It's too much. It sounds too.
I mean, to be
filtered
honest,
or something, but
I
I
would
still
have
like
rather
it.
the unrigged lineup because then Chowan would have been doing the screams.
Oh yeah, Chowan has a great voice
Yeah,
too.
and it wouldn't have sounded so.
Yeah.
But,
My girl in the 5th season group, she was in the black group, team 2. I think her name's like Cui Wenmeixiu.
Okay.
This is my thing about her. I was saying before that she gets no screen time, but looking back on it, I think that she does get a little bit of screen time. But when you have your favorite person
You
and you're
want
like,
more?
yes, I'm just like, no, it's not enough screen time. They need to give her more screen time.
Right. Can we talk about how the twins had the same exact? Did they have the same exact line?
I think during the practice they had the same lines, but during the actual performance, I think they switched it. Yeah.
I liked her, the one twin on the white team who was like doing her little da, 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 little rap. I was like, oh, that's cute, and it makes sense for you. Excuse me. Yeah, that's about it. They did good. Team. Oh, we didn't say which one team won for Fiesta. Team 1, the magenta team, won for Fiesta. Let's just make it easy. Every team that had a 1 at the end of their name won.
Yeah. I'm sure people know by now. So
yeah. But team 1 of 5th season. Oh, poor team 2 for 5th season. They did really well in the practice, and then things have started to fall apart.
Yeah.
Also for team 1, Loufei, she dropped her harmony. Like Bora was still going, and she was just like.
I think that I mean, I'm not a professional vocalist or singer or anything, but it kind of sounded like she didn't give herself enough breath to keep going. So
Maybe.
she lost her breath. To me, it sounded like she lost her breath and then she had to inhale, but then she didn't realize she lost her breath. So she forgot. So she paused and she's like, oh, let me, and then continue. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's actually what happened, but I was kind of upset because like the master said, we saw what they could do. So it was just kind of disappointing.
Also, back to Miyu. She didn't take not one breath to try and hit that Yuri high note. She was like, never sir guy. I'm like, breathe and then try.
Yeah.
Because that's what I was like, I'm like,
maybe she was nervous.
She was nervous for sure. And I felt bad every time they kept cutting to her when Yizhou was doing her high note. She's like, I'm like, stop. And I felt bad for her for ending Fairy when she's just like, I know I done screwed up.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Anyway, I'm sorry, I got to get back to her. But that just reminded me when you said out of breath, and I was like, Miyu could have taken a breath. And you know what's crazy? If you go to comments, like, oh, we're supporting you, Miyu, till the end. Oh, fake.
Back to Oh My Girl.
I'm sorry. I'm probably very problematic, and you're like,
no, you're fine. You're fine. I just don't have any comments to make. That's what I'm just like. I'll let me continue.
Okay, my bad. I'm gonna let you lead.
No, you don't have to. I just wanted to say, for the Oh My Girl, the black team, the leader, Lee Ryan, I think is her name. I really liked her high note. I felt like the high note that she did at the very end, not the duo high note, because that duo high note, I don't know, something wasn't right about that. But her solo high note at the end of the song, I felt like it was better than the white team. But as a collective, the white team was just better.
I feel like there's too many mistakes to even focus on her. And on top of that, I like Bora's vocals better than her because it's rare to find a non-high pitchy main vocal in K-pop, especially girl groups. So when you find a girl that has a fuller voice, I'm like, yeah, I need that there. So that's why I was like, yeah, girl, you're sorry to say dime a dozen. Bora has a more interesting voice to me.
You want to talk about another performance now?
Mic drop.
Can we talk about mic drop?
All of them girls are ready to go.
Yeah, first of all, this is my thing about mic drop, and honestly, I could be wrong, but this has been bothering me since I watched that performance. I feel like the drama that team had was staged. I feel like, you know, when they did the little interim practice thing and they like barely knew the song and barely knew the dance and blah, blah, blah. I genuinely felt like that was staged because I'm just like, there's no way that they were that bad. And it felt like they knew the dance because they just kept going and going. But they were like, oh, we have to pretend to mess up here and then like just be offbeat here. Like, I don't know what was going on because did Mnet just decide, okay, you guys, you got 1 hour to learn this, and then we're gonna do your interim now for the drama.
I honestly believe that's the case because I also like if you think back to I'm bring back Fiesta Team 1 again, but when Hyung Cho when she's like, "Ma, I'm out of here," and she done walked off. I'm like, I don't think they even gave y'all enough time to like get this together. Like, and other than like songs that are really popular, like Blackpink, where all these K-pop fans know the dance. All they need to do is learn their blocking, you know. But like, I honestly don't see K-pop fans, especially like Oh My Girl, like they aren't trendy outside of Korea, you know, maybe Japan, but like these girls aren't learning those songs, like especially fifth season. Now, if it was dun, 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 those girls would have ate that up because they already that song's trendy. I don't like it, but you know, again. So mic drop, like all the girls knew the "Can't You See My Bag?" Can't you see? Like they knew that dance. I was also thinking like y'all really messing this up, and if they let these people from America come in this competition, they would have all done this dance immaculately. Like y'all turn this song on in a random dance.
Yeah,
they would have ate y'all up. So I thought it was a little slightly embarrassing because they want this like global girl group, but then it's like people outside of this Asian like sector eating this stuff up, you know, like could have killed this. I don't know. I just felt like it was a waste of opportunity. Also, my girl that I used to vote for that I dropped immediately once I saw her fan cam, Aratake, I think, or
Rinka?
Yeah, with the ponytails. I was like, girl, you don't look like you even want to be there. Like, are you just there to get your TikTok views up? Like, girl, you looking over it. And she was like, yep, mic drop, yeah. And then walked off and said, girl, go home. Like, go home. You are done. Like, you're over it. A lot of those girls are over it. Now, a girl that's in my if the rumors are true, new top 9 did come out of that mic drop group. Now she's a girl, but she's beautiful, so I'm okay with it.
I was thinking like it seems like your taste. You don't. It's not that you don't like those fierce girls. You just like girls who can, you know, be feminine. You know what I mean?
I like a versatile group.
Yeah, exactly. Mic drop. I don't know. I felt like the mic drop group was their stage. I don't know. This is the thing. I'm really stuck on that interim.
I want to shout her name. I want to shout her name out. Wang Yale. She did the
she was with the short hair, right?
Yeah, she is gorgeous. And I like she's a rapper girl, but at least like if they wanted to put her in a sparkly dress and heels, they can do that. If they want to put her in the Doc Martens and stank, they can do that. If they want to like do something fun, they can do that. Like she's blendable. And I think I would rather as I said in the first time we had this podcast, versatility means enough. Like I pray that Hikaru's fans put her in the soft song for the concept challenge. I want her in heels. I want her in a blouse and a skirt. And if she does terrible, then now we know she's not versatile. I just feel like I'm getting off the topic, but I feel like Hikaru is going also on the same boat as Bahie, just getting a free ride into the group and not having to push at all. So I'm over them. Anyway, yeah, my drop was meh. I just feel like all those girls are like, are we done? Cool.
Yeah, except for your girl with the short hair, Wang Yale, I felt like she enjoyed the performance. But even on Jeongmin, if you notice, she's been in my top 9 and she used to be really high up. But after the mic drop performance, I kind of put her lower down because
I don't think that song jived with her. I don't think they liked that song. And I think looking like someone said it best on the comments of Wang Yale, they're like, your face and facial expressions do not look like you want to be there, but your vocals tell me a different story. It's like you're performing, but we know you don't like this song. Which also goes to tell me, what are they trying to make out of this girl group?
I feel like we won't be able to see until the concept challenge, at least.
Yeah. I'm just concerned. You want to talk about, let's say Pretty You for last, because I have a lot of nice things to say.
Okay, so we're gonna go with the Eve. Can I start with the Eve?
You can start off with everyone, with every performance.
Okay, because I have a lot to say about the Eve. First of
A
all,
lot of your girls are there, so please.
yeah, that's why I have a lot to say, I guess. So first of all, I wanted to say that I guess it's an informal apology because I was roasting that girl up for crying about how all the tough girls were taking the parts.
Oh, they showed the full story.
Yeah, they explained the full story. Come to find out, it wasn't even her fault. It was Fu Yaning who was a terrible, terrible leader because the way that Fu Yaning chose the positioning was absolute trash. So I'll just repeat how she did it. So she said that every girl, you can only choose one part that you want to try to get. And then if you don't get that part, you can't try for another part. That's the worst thing that you could do. That's literally the worst. And the master said it too. What they should have done is the best person for each part. That's what you should do. You shouldn't do, okay, just try for one part because, hold on, let me get her name really quick so I don't call her that crying girl. Her name is I think it's Yo Da-yeon.
I just want to call her nose ring.
She does, yeah. I'll just use her name because, so people know. So Da-yeon, Yu Da-yeon, I think that's how you say her name. So she was crying because she didn't get those parts. The whole time, Fu Yaning was just a really terrible leader because what she should have done is just pick at least 3 parts that you want, audition for your number 1 part first, and then if you don't get that, audition for your second one, and then your third, because when you do it that way, that's so that the best person for each part will get that part. But you make it so that she could only audition for 1 part, and then it's going to be hard for her to even get at least a part that she likes. And then what happens, which you could tell in the practice, is that there's going to be teammates who half the team's going to be not satisfied, the other half is going to be satisfied. But half that's satisfied, they're only there for themselves, as we saw with Ruiqi, Yaning, and one other person. Hikaru. I can't remember. Yeah, Hikaru. They got the parts they wanted, and when they were performing in the interim, they killed their parts, but they did not look like a team. The people who didn't get the parts that they wanted, they were upset, and they clearly were visibly not enjoying the performance. And I'm just like, this is a whole mess. I'm glad that the Masters fixed that team. And they should have done something similar for the Fiesta team. The way that they fixed the Eve, they should have fixed Bahie's Fiesta team. Yeah.
Do you thinking about it now, this is how it's rigged. Because the girls that they have that Mnet has interest in were all in one group versus Fiesta, where there's a lot of throwaway girls. So let's let them be terrible. But this team, we can't let them be terrible because the people have to vote for them. So let's make them look good. I think it's all a bunch of BS. EBS. I don't know. I just think it's stupid.
I do think that, and I might have said this before, Mnet isn't going to rig the votes, but they're doing small things like, just whispering in the master's ears. This person has more screen time. This person has screen time that makes them look good. This person has screen time that doesn't make them look as good. It's small things like that. But I do think that the Mnet is at least at the bare minimum, making suggestions to the masters.
The strings.
Exactly. Like just enough strings that it will make a difference. Can I say another thing? I have so much to say about the Eve. I'm so sorry.
No, I think it's good for you to talk.
Okay, so the other thing that I want to say is that their facial expressions, and the master said this too, and I was thinking before the master said it anyways, they were very, very ugly. Like they said,
aggressive.
And it was way too aggressive. And the song isn't aggressive like that. It's aggressive, but in a very sensual way. Like, I'm the dominant man, but not like I'm the dominant man. And that's the kind of faces that they're making. I was like, okay, when Ruiqi made that face at the end, I was like, girl, that's too much. That's too much. Even Da-yeon, the one I was saying is a crybaby, even her face was too much, and she's gorgeous. And I'm just like, I didn't think that she could make an aggressive face like that. So
they're trying to make Girls Planet 999 is really trying to make a boy group. So
exactly. And I feel like you can really see that. I'm just like, they should have practiced their facials and still understood like this is K-pop. I think that facial expressions like that would be good in the Western entertainment industry, like the really fierce faces, because you're like on stage and you're like doing a lot. But for K-pop, I'm just like, that's too much. It was just too much.
I have no comment.
The other problem.
Oh, please go ahead.
I was like, oh, no comment. All right, let me continue.
The only comment I do have, I guess I'm pleading to deaf ears. All the Fierce girls performed together. We saw how that went. You had your time. Please do not make this into the final lineup.
I'm so glad you said that because I was actually my next comment is a great follow up to that because I was thinking that when you put everyone in a team like that, you could tell that that is not a complete team. And I feel like people think that K-pop to make it complete, you need like aces, a team full of aces. But for K-pop, you don't need a team of all, let's just use the number nine, all nine girls, every single one can rap, every single one can sing, every single one can dance, every single one can do this, that, and the third. Because we saw that team was like 90% of that team was full of aces, and all they were doing was just trying to outdo each other and like, oh, I'm the best. I'm the best. Yeah, I mean, not like actual aces, but honestly, it's girls who think they are aces, and that's enough for the image that they're giving, which is that, oh, I'm the best. No, I'm the best. No, I'm the best. Instead of being a team. And I know the Masters suggested that they improved on stage, but in my opinion, I feel like their stage performance was worse in some ways. The only way why it was better is because people got parts that fit them more. But besides that, they didn't really improve on the teamwork. They didn't improve on like the team synergy. It still, to me, it still felt like a bunch of soloists, you know what I mean, dancing together. That's just me, though.
So do you think Suruchi and Hikaru can actually work in a team? Because I don't. I think they're duds.
I think that they can work in a team depending, as long as they are not the center of a team, if that makes sense. Like what I imagine for them is, imagine if there's you don't listen to Blackpink, but I think in Kill This Love, Lisa and Jennie have like a rap where they're rapping kind of back to back. I like things like that. And I feel like Ruiqi and Hikaru would look good together doing like a little duo rap, like da-na-na-na, and then or I Got a Boy. I think it's Hyoyeon and Sooyoung, or no, Hyoyeon and Yuna, how they're rapping like back and forth together. I think
those are women.
Yeah, they're grown women. But I do feel like a dynamic like that could be good for them. But the thing about it is that as long as they're not the face of the group, you know what I mean?
We want two different things. I don't want either of these girls nowhere near the lineup.
I didn't say that I wanted both of them in the group. I just said that if they're both in the group, I think it could work depending on how they do it. You know what I
understand.
Mean? I don't want Hikaru in the group anymore. I mean, she's great, but she ain't for me now. Like I
whatever they have, I was thinking about this when I was going to bed. I said, you know what? These produced shows are just a whole bunch of puzzle pieces for different people's puzzles, and you're putting it together. And you're making like a puzzle out of different pieces from different boxes from different companies. Whatever Hikaru's planned in AVEX in Japan, I'm sure it's going to be lovely for them. I don't want it. Whatever Suruchi's doing in China, why did it not work out in China? I don't know. And then you're bringing it here, and you're just I'm over it. It's like I hope next challenge they're like Tiffany walks in there with a nice like Prada outfit. She's like, you two cannot do anything fierce. And then the masters agree. And then the master's like, is that the singing master like, is that all you got? I want her to shake her head like, yeah, we want this. And then I want her to be like, Hikaru, main vocal. I want her to struggle. And then I want Suruchi to have sub vocal 8. I want her to have the Marewa vibes.
What is that?
Remember Chowon and You're Falling in Love when she was like Marewa? And that was all she sang.
Oh no.
I'd be like, and if they do that, I'd be like, great. Hikaru's out the competition and Suruchi's gonna have a little bit of humility. Good. Because I think she needs to have some humility. I think she has lack of team effort. Like when she said, why can't I have both lines? It's like, oh, in the bin. Out. Like that's not teamwork.
I think that kind of thing also depends on your perspective, because on one hand, I could see why she would want both. But to me, I saw it more as like, it's hard to just pick one when you like both. But at the same time, she like you said, it's a team. Like you have to make a choice. Like, come on.
Here's the deal. Chaeyoung in the last performance of Produce 48 when they were doing You're in My Care, she didn't have much vocals, but we all knew she was there. She was the center and the main dancer. That's enough. Like, girl, your face is enough. We see you in your dang silver hair. We know you're there. You don't have to sing the whole phone book for me to know you're there. It is a group of 9, and that's why I don't like her or Hikaru. I'll deal with Tsuruchi if she gets in, but she'll be my least favorite member. If Hikaru gets in the group, I will be anti.
Hikaru wasn't that bad in the Eve though. She only had a couple lines here and there.
Her energy just touches me the wrong way.
Oh.
So does Tsuruchi's, but I'm like I don't like I'm not. With Hikaru, I'm willing to throw the baby away with bathwater, but with Tsuruchi, I'm like, you're this close to being also thrown away with the bathwater also. I just know if they get in the group will be what I don't want.
To be honest, I don't think that Hikaru is going to get into the group.
You say that. People are voting, girl.
Yeah, I think that she'll make it to the end, but I don't know if she'll be getting in. So...
Oh, okay. We'll talk about that at the end, I guess.
Yeah. I was like, let me not get into that.
So Pretty, unless you have anything else to say. Soo Young did really well in her part, the situation, but she's a part of a cell that I don't want.
Yeah. Soo Young, I liked her makeup. It was nice.
Shout out to the stylist over there at CJM. The girl that did terrible in her performance for like Black by Boa, she said, "Go back, can't go back." I keep dragging her because she was terrible. She sounded really nice in the Eve.
Oh, that's probably the other person in the. Okay.
Yeah, she sounds good.
There's a girl in the Eve. Her name is. You had to write it down because I don't know. Her name is Zhu Wei. I feel bad because she probably had 1 or 2 lines, and every time she was on screen, I don't even know what she did. The only thing I could think was, "You look like Chowon," and then I just forget about her. But every time she's on screen, I'm just like, "You look like Chowon," and then I'm like, "Okay, I don't care."
And you know what? I'm gonna need Tsuruchi to have that type of vibe next time. I want her to be like, I want her to say "Marewa" and then not open her mouth except for the chorus. And I'm like, you know what? I like that for you. You know, I also want them to take her to a salon and dye that hair brown. I'm
over that silver. She looks so good with the long. Never mind. I like long black hair.
No, go ahead. Continue. Go ahead.
I was thinking I like long black hair in general, but when she had the long black hair in Chulong, I'm just like, girl, that was a look. Like she had the half up, half down style. I'm just like, that looks so pretty. Why did you stop that?
You know what? I want them to just do a special emergency stylist and bring Pony. You know, Pony, the makeup artist.
Yeah.
I want someone to lend her to us just real quick. And then them to get some hairstylists and be like, we're gonna save this, and then present Tsuruchi and be like, all right, blush, little crystals on her face, little lip color.
That would look so pretty.
I'm like, all right, you can be in this group. And then Hikaru would be like, my turn, but nah, you don't get this. I'm so mean. No, I don't think Hikaru can blend with the other girls.
I agree. She's too short. She's like them short people that have a hot temper.
She's short and mean.
We keep calling this girl mean. Watch her teleport over here. She gonna beat us up like, oh, you think I'm mean? I'll show you mean.
And she going. It's like a cartoon. We'll see like little rumblings in the back. It's just English, and I better see you both of me in the universe app. But I'm like,
man, I wish that. To be honest, when I think about all the performances overall, I would have completely moved Ruiqi to Fiesta because I would have loved to.
You want to see her do something different?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen her in Chulong, and I feel like she would have really fit Fiesta, like not the high notes, but the lower notes.
I would have loved to hear her say, "It's my Fiesta."
No, she can sing. She wouldn't have said it like that.
No, she has a way of like when she sings the English part, she kind of gives it some interesting flavor. When she was like, "Oh, gets lady," I was like, "Oh."
Maybe that's just how she sings. Because even when she was singing the Eve, I was like, I don't think I like this because she was like, I was like, girl. I had to look away a little bit.
When she was singing her ending part, no, I was like, I don't know what's going on here.
This is why people are roasting me on Twitter. Someone posted a link to our previous podcast and they're like typing away like, these people don't like Ruiqi. I disagree. I hate this video. I'm just like, Okay,
Good. Tune in
did
next
you not
time.
see me saying that she's my one pick? I'm a roast her because she was not perfect, but she's my one pick. I like her.
You know what? Good. We need more interaction on our videos. Keep watching. Tune in next time when we roast her some more.
Yeah, because we are always gonna roast. If we roast anyone, it's always gonna be Ruiqi, Hikaru, Bahie every week.
But to be fair, if any of them are redeemable, to me, it's Tsuruchi. Like that's why I want them to stop. Like I wanted to see them try and get her on the other levels. Like she can't be in a group with Hsinwei looking like that. What?
No, you're right. You're right. But did you have to be so mean about it? You said, nah, she can't look like that.
No, I'm not being mean. I'm being honest. Could you see Fu Yaning?
First of all, I don't.
We know this. I'm just saying. Fu Yaning don't match with these girls. You see her and Yurina? Sure,
Fu Yaning don't even match with the girls on her own team.
She sure don't. She'd be like, "Oh, you want to sing lead?" I'm like, girl."
Oh my goodness.
I'm like, you know what? I'm out of here. I'm done. My blood sugar low. I need to shoot juice box or something. That whole. Anyway, y'all had y'all fierce group. Enjoy it. It should not be the debate lineup. I think Mnet knows that well enough to not let it happen.
Yeah.
They're about to give Fu Yaning no screen time.
I appreciated Soo-yeon in that performance because I said before I liked her makeup, but like her lips are real big, and that red lip that they gave her, I was just like, nice. That is so nice.
I feel bad she ain't gonna debut because there's other cells that they ain't gonna let Fu Yaning up there.
Yeah.
This cell system sucks. I have it written down on my phone. The cell system sucks, man. Like only one group gets to get reselled. And that's the girls that get resurrected. Dang. And it's one Korean girl, one Chinese girl, and one Japanese girl.
That makes it tough.
So that new cell. Anyway. The Eve, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty You.
All right, Pretty You.
Mm-hmm. Good for them.
Pretty You, I felt like I liked their performance. To be honest, their performance was good, but no one in the group was really like, wow, you were like so amazing. Just overall, it was great. You know what I mean?
They had the most teamwork.
Yeah.
And I think that's what made it good. Mm-hmm. And I'm glad that they won the thrice point. First off, you're correct. What's up with these points? Why double when you get, like, just give them 1,000 points and then call it a dang day. And I know why they did that. It's to still, like, it's basically like if you're going to get eliminated, you're going to get eliminated either way. Like, it's not like these points aren't going to help you one way or the other. Like, those points, when they said you're going to get 1,000 extra points in Produce 48, that saved a lot of girls to the next round.
It
but
came
this
in
time,
clutch.
They were like, if you get eliminated, it's because you're going to get eliminated. Like, we don't have time to save you.
I don't like that though, because in Produce 48, I know it wasn't exactly like 100 girls or whatever, but it was close enough, right? The girls in the, let's say 40 to 60 range. It was
96 girls.
I'm just going to say 100 because it's easier to do 50% of 100. So right. The girls between 40 to 60, that range is like the numbers, like the votes are very, very close. So the extra like 100,000 points would boost a lot of girls up. Because I feel like a lot of people in the 40 to 60 range, no one, like people kind of like them, but no one really, it doesn't matter. So I feel like the performance that gives them the 100,000 points, it matters. And it will boost the girls who might be eliminated up, but it still matters because those girls who get the boost, like they get the boost because they're proving something and why they deserve to at least be in the top 50 percentile. You know what I mean? In this show, like, it kind of doesn't matter. The votes just didn't matter. And they only get twice the amount of votes. First of all, oh, goodness. If I'm about to get really into this and we're not even going to be talking about Pretty You. So let me save that for after Pretty You. You want to cycle back to Pretty You?
No, get your thoughts fresh. So go ahead and say it.
All right, let me say it. So I feel like there's a lot of things that didn't make sense in this. So for example, like we were saying, the double points don't make sense because it was only 24 hours. So you only get one extra day of double points. That's, if you can vote every single day in this show, one extra day of double points is not going to make a difference.
I thought the double points have been like whatever you accumulate before the deadline cuts off, and then we double it. And then I was like, great, my girl should be safe. But no, they just double it for the one day before closing. But that makes no sense because if they won, shouldn't it double it after they performed? Like, wouldn't that make more sense? Or just whatever they earned, just times it by 2? Like that would have saved a lot. That's why I know they're raking this because it would have saved a lot of girls that wouldn't have made it. And the girl they want to push, like again, I'm gonna reference the rumored lineup, the rumored elimination. You can tell these girls are being pushed. No girl, like there were girls that didn't have a lick of screen time in Producer 48 that got votes and they got moved ahead because they won votes. Like they won those live performances. So it's just like, and we know the lineup was rigged, but everything up until the finale wasn't rigged in Producer 48. So that's why anyway, point being, I'm not feeling it. This system sucks. I don't like this game for all that. I hope for all that, just go back to Produce style. This
yeah, just like one vote, one person, none of the cell stuff.
None of the cell stuff.
The other thing that irritates me too is that, you know how they said, oh, the overall team is going to perform on Mnet or whatever. Where are the girls? Because I haven't seen the Mnet performance yet, if it's dropped at all. And I felt like winning a Mnet performance or stage is useless if votes have already closed and they still haven't performed on Mnet and got their stage yet. It literally doesn't matter.
They did the same thing for Producer 48. A lot of those girls are already eliminated, and they're like, all the girls that made it in Concept Challenge can perform on Mnet, so they have to smile as they know they got eliminated.
Wow. And I didn't know that.
And I'm gonna keep the rumors away, but that Yizhou team's gonna be singing, and then the Chinese member probably went to China and they're like, well, we're back home now. So
I'm sure they signed a contract for the show saying, they have to stay in Korea
and do that stuff, whatever performances they win.
That's why we need to talk about that rumored lineup. But see, I'm really trying to save it to the end because not everyone wants all that. All right, back to Pretty You. Let me just say that I liked their performance because it reminded me of Weekly. And I liked Weekly's energy, I felt like it was kind of the same idea, it was just girls having fun.
A little ASAP, a little Stacy Girls. Yeah, it had that energy there too.
Yeah.
It was cute. That's all I have to say. I'm glad they won. I'm glad the Eve didn't win. They were cocky. Those Eve girls said, why wouldn't we win? Like,
they weren't even the best. And I hope that they knew that they weren't the best. I hope that they were like, we're not going to win. And they just accepted that.
Oh no, I'm frustrated. That's kind of all I have to say about Pretty You. They were good. I'm glad they won. And no, if I say anything else, it's rumors. It's spoilers.
I'll say one more comment before we get into spoilers.
Yep.
My last comment about Pretty You. I liked that they switched the center. I felt like the original center was pretty good already, but when they switched it, I felt like it made the performance more complete because she was like the perfect center for that song.
It made the performance more complete, but it also was a kiss of death to the other girl.
Oh, it really was. I feel bad for her.
Yeah, it's like, we'll make the performance better. I'm like, again, where was this energy for Fiesta Team 2? Because y'all could have switched everything around.
Maybe for Fiesta Team 2, they were like, oh, those are the leftover girls, so there's no switching that could save them. But no, because there was talented girls on that team.
There was passable girls. Like, talent, yes, but in terms of that note, it would have still been shaky, but at least it would have sounded better.
It would have been presentable.
Exactly.
Like you said, they need to do that Chuong thing when they're like, oh, y'all are in the bottom, so you need to earn your stage. Because I feel like if they had to earn their stage, they wouldn't be messing around saying, oh, just give her the high note. Let me worry about my own notes over here.
Yep.
The Fiesta Team 2 and the Eve team, they felt like the same thing to me. Kind of like everyone was just looking out for themselves.
Yep. Especially Bahia. She was like, girl, I'm gonna wear my little sparkly necklace, take my little note that I know I can sing, and be good. She's like, I'm getting in this group whether I earned it or not.
Mm-hmm. And I don't like that because at the end of the day, yes, you should worry about yourself because at the end of the day, it's going to come down to individual votes, one pick. But you're creating a team. You're not creating like a soloist.
I wonder if they do a season 2 of Girls Planet. I hope they pick unfamous girls. I don't want anyone I know. I want completely new faces. And there should be new faces because that's all the Tron girls and Youth U girls. That's all the leftover girls. So we should have no more of that. I think them being casted ruined this whole show.
them being casted is okay, but they should have done leftover girls for every category if that's the case. You either choose all fresh faces.
Playing field.
Exactly, make the playing field even.
That makes, but you're not saying like I'm wrong. You're basically but giving an alternative. Like if you're going to cast famous girls, all the contestants need to be famous.
Yes, exactly. Yes,
that makes sense because then they could have asked, "Hey, AKB girls, y'all want to do something?" Then you know what? If they brought them girls back, I've been like, "Yup."
Yes.
Yup.
But honestly, what you're saying about the Chinese girls, that's how I felt. That's how I feel about a lot of the Korean contestants. Because all these Korean contestants, some of them were in Produce 48 and some of them already debuted and this, that, and the third. I was just like, this is kind of annoying at this point.
To me, a lot of Korean contestants are boring. So.
Oh, yeah.
And but again, if I say anything more, spoiler. So I'm done.
Let's just get right into the spoilers then.
Yeah, a lot of the girls that are interesting are gone.
So I put a spoiler warning here. We're going to be talking about the leaked top 9 and the leaked cells who passed. And I'm going to be showing on the screen the leaked top 9 and the leaked cells who passed. Mm-hmm. So that's a big spoiler warning for viewers. So here are the leaked top 17 cells, which means that they get through.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you want to start?
Kim Bora is getting close to being eliminated, and she is the only vocalist that can save this group. Mm-hmm. I'm just disappointed. I keep hearing Kuwahara Ayana, but I don't know who she is.
That name sounds familiar, but I also don't remember who.
I don't know who she is. When you see this, it's like sucks because it's like if they weren't sold, this whole save people would have been completely different. And it's like people. They're like a lot of people are here just because they have a member in their cell that's popular.
Yes, and that's what I hate the most about it. There are some cells that are genuinely like as a group they're pretty popular. Like I think Yurina, Shen Zhaoting, and I think Sejong is a decent popularity, so that's why they're up there. And Yujin and Mei have a good popularity, and Chai Bing is also one of the more popular Chinese ones. So, those two, they're going to be up there. But when I see Bahie at number 5, I'm just like, no one knows who Sakamoto Shihona is. No one knows who Shin Yedsu is. No one knows those people.
They're going to go get on me goodbye.
And I'm sorry if they're in your top 9, but I'm being serious. No one knows those two girls. People only know Bahie.
And they're going to be gone as soon as this is as soon as they say we are no longer having cells, poof.
As soon as they say we're no longer having cells, when you look at the ranking, Bahie is going to be like 5 million votes. Who are the other two? Sakamoto, Shihona, and Shinyetsu. They're not even going to have 20 votes.
Cute for Daeyoung, who's in 11th place. She's fighting.
Yeah.
She fighting. She ain't gonna get in. You know what? Nah, because I like other Korean girls.
I'm actually really upset because it looks like I don't know everyone's name because that's 99 girls. That's a lot. But it looks like almost the entire red Yes or Yes team got eliminated, and I'm just like, what in the? That's why the points would have came in clutch. Like the whole entire red Yes or Yes team, all 3 of those cells deserve to go to the next match. But I think like Jiwon, who was my top 9, who was the red center, who was like, "Hey Guardians." I think that her cell, I liked her. So I think that her cell was eliminated, and I think that Kim Hyerim, I think her cell was also eliminated. I'm just like, those two were like aces in their teams. Like,
but you know who's still around? Kim Doa.
Yep. Even though her team was atrocious.
Yeah, because again, it's like if you're famous, they're gonna keep voting for you anyway. You could crap on stage and they'd be like, well, you know what? She took a toilet paper tissue out and she really wiped, and good for her. I think like this show isn't about talent or skill. It's about if you're famous or if they're pushing you. That is it.
And the thing that I liked about the other Produce series is that there were some girls who came in and they weren't famous, but they still rose. Had a chance. They rose because I feel like with the cell system, it's pretty much what you said.
Rise.
You have to be famous to be in the top like 17.
There's no chance to rise.
And
that's what annoys me. There's no chance to rise. But shout out to Yingwei. You in here, girl. You are carrying your team. Mm-hmm. With the over, I say, I will never get over that. Her and Hyung Ching Chow with my Fiesta. I'm over this. Bye, guys. And I'm like, y'all two are doing it for me. Y'all have personality. Yeah, this group gonna be real stanky, musky, dirty, oldie.
Oh my gosh.
So
we'll have to see.
Yeah, let's show the
top 9 now.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
if we agree 9. With it.
Yeah.
There's one girl. I'm like, who is this? Maybe it's how the
now here's the top 9 league. So before we like really get into it, I do want to say that the top 9 doesn't necessarily mean, oh, these are the debuting girls, because I have full faith that once they crush the cells and you vote, you can no longer vote 3 Korean, 3 Chinese, 3 Japanese. It's not going to be like that. Exactly. It's going to be your one pick. So the lineup, the top 9 here is going to be 3-3-3 because you have to vote 3-3-3. But in the last, cutoff when they decide the group, it's not going to be exactly. It's going to be all just like with Eyes One. It's going to be all Korean girls again. So with that said, let's read off the top 9. So which is Choi Yujin, Bahie's number 2, Ruiqi 3, number 4 Sakamoto Mashiro. 5 is Hikaru. 6 is Kim Chae-hyun. Good for her. I didn't know she was going to be up there, but I like
Girl,
that.
She don't fit these girls.
She don't, but I like that. I like that she's up there.
She sounded dreadful in Yes or Yes.
I didn't remember. I like her face. So
yeah, I like her. I'm just being honest. She sounded dreadful in Yes or Yes. Like she sounded good in Crazy because she was rapping, but when she was singing, I just felt like, and y'all gonna hate me, but it is what it is. It just kind of reminded me of when you're a little 3-year-old or 4-year-old and your mom be like, I bought you a little, toy car, and you can go in the car and you go and you're like driving in the backyard with your little toy car and you're driving it and you go through gravel and it's like, that's what her voice is giving me. She's
oh my god! I didn't want to hear that.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I liked her, in her OOO stuff.
Me too.
So I wanted her to sound good. So I think she sounded good to me because of that.
You just like replaced it with the real song. She didn't sound nice. It was just like and you know what? I'm not coming for her. It's just there's room for improvement. How about that? There's room for improvement.
All right, so to continue the list, number 7, Kawaguchi Yurina. Number 8 is, I'm assuming it's the one that you don't know because I don't know who that is either.
Who is she?
I don't know. Number 9, Shen Xiaoting. I don't know who that is, and I meant to Google it before I recall. And then the resurrected trainees by the Master's Choice. The K1 is Kim Hyerim, who was in my top 9. J is Manami Nagai, and C is Cheyenne.
She was in Vivienne's what's the name? Mm-hmm. Her fans were one picking. Let me look up who Shinzing is, because I got
up too.
I got the Korean ready on my keyboard on my phone. I'm gonna find you out, because who are you?
Wait, that's Juyin. That's Rhoda.
Oh, good for her.
Oh, that's Rhoda. Why'd they write it all weird?
I don't know. Good. Okay, I'm all right with that then. Okay,
it took us a hot minute. So that's I can't even say her name in Korean.
Shi Jin.
Zhu Zian. Oh, Zhu Yin.
And then it's like Shi Jin.
Zhu Zi Yin. I see. So that's just okay. So that's Zhu Yi Zian. Okay, that's good.
I can live with her then, because
I thought it was some random
girl. I was like, girl, how are you?
Oh my god!
And you know what? For someone who hasn't had a single lick of screen time,
yeah,
good for you. They've been trying to rig you out, girl. Your fans are strong.
They are. I'm glad her fans. You know what? I know we were just saying that it's a popularity contest. We didn't like that, but I like that for her.
But no, because she's popular in China.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's famous there, so it makes sense that they're like, y'all ain't gonna do this. The Chinese netizens said like, you will not do this, and they probably said, you know what, we have our 3 Chinese contestants, and she's one of them.
Yeah,
but God, please straighten her hair. Stop this curly nonsense, because they showed her with straight hair, and I was like, okay, she blends with the other girls. She looked youthful and innocent, and she could be on a Oh My Girl magazine or something. But and with that curly hair, it aged her up. And maybe I think like that because you know them like older women, they have their hair pin curled. It just didn't work out, and her features are a little more mature, so they need to straighten her hair. Do the umbi, give her add extra hair, girl. You know.
I think that if they were gonna curl her hair, what they should have done is give her like the curtain style because I think
loose.
that style would have like because it's trending with like younger people would have aged her down a little bit. Not that there's anything wrong with looking old, but I think in that situation where she was around younger girls, they should have tried to make her match them a little more.
I mean, girls are still going through their puberty in this competition, so she's going to need to do her best to blend with them. That put some of those Forever 21 hair clips in there while you at it. Just just make it. Just do your best. I mean, but let's go through the line. Choi Yujin, thoughts?
It deserved. She earned her spot. To be honest, I didn't like her and How You Like That. I think that I don't want to see her do Fierce anymore.
Yeah.
I think she fits, like if she did Pretty You or not Fiesta, but I think Pretty You or Oh My Girl, I would have liked to see her do something like that. Go ahead.
But they're making a boy group, so she's gonna. I told you this already. Like, it's just like if two girls, if Hikaru and Tsuruchi get in this group, it's a boy group. And she said, I want a different image for myself. I had to be a hard girl. I'm like, well, prepare to be harder, girl, because they're gonna have you do some tough songs. Like, I can't see them do versatility. Like Bon Bon Girls, there's versatility there. Like they do the Bon Bon, but then they had that song where they're about the flowers. Because you see Hikaru about the flowers, she'd stab the flowers.
The funny thing about Hikaru is that before that we knew that she was fierce. And I'm talking about like think back when they dropped the teasers for the J group. When I saw Hikaru's face, I think Hikaru, the first time we saw her was at the end of the C group. And I was like, that girl doesn't look. Remember, I told you that girl doesn't look right. I don't know if you remember that, but I said that girl doesn't look right with the white outfit. I was like, okay, let me just see. And then, like, the beginning of the J group teaser, she was walking around. It's like, I feel like she just doesn't fit that cute white image. And then when she started walking in at the beginning of the teaser, I was like, that's why she doesn't fit. Because the way that she was walking in, she was very fierce. I was like, okay, that's why she didn't fit. Hikaru, she's not flexible. And I want to say that Ruiqi is flexible, but maybe she's not flexible no more.
If they do what I tell them to do and just like fix her, and I'm not saying she's broken, but this is a group. Like, think about maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm holding on to Eyes One. Maybe I'm holding on. I don't know. Anyway.
I don't think that you're holding on to Eyes One at all, actually. I mean, maybe you are, but I don't think that's why you have those opinions. I think that you just like this, like that type of, not the Eyes One image, but anything that's pretty much feminine. It could be cute, it could be fun, it could be wholesome, it can be pure, you know what I mean? It can be elegant, blah, blah, blah. As long as it's feminine, I think that's what you like. It has nothing to do with you holding on to Eyes One.
I think that's where I'm at. So Tsuruchi, yeah, girl, does it get Pony in there? Let her beat that face. Let her do her job. Let her make a YouTube video out of it. Y'all can talk, chit chat. And then I also want them to give you nails. I want them to give you earrings. I want them to pretty you up, girl.
She would look so pretty, actually, all done up. I feel like if they try to do up Hikaru, she would look like a little girl wearing her mom's heels.
I mean, mommy's heels. Let me stop talking about her before her mom was like, I'm parted. Let me shut up.
When I see this lineup, I feel like
it doesn't work for me.
It doesn't work, but the other thing is that to me, I feel like sometimes when you look at a lineup like this, you can tell who is a one pick and who is just, okay, you're in my top three. That's why I feel like Hikaru isn't going to make the final lineup, because I think that she's in people's top three Japanese choices, but I don't think she's a lot of people's one pick for Japan. I think that one pick for Japan is Yurina.
Opposite.
Really?
Ooh, that's true.
Don't let fear control you. It's because you're scared of her getting in, you think she's going to get in. No, let that fear go. And you realize, because remember I said when it did the 99.9% of the votes, the top in there wasn't Hikaru. Hikaru was like number 6, and she had like a big gap between the top Japanese girls. So I don't think she's actually going to get in the group. But I think that we have to accept the fact that BTS fans, which trickles to TXT fans, which trickles down to Hunting Bahie. I think we have to accept that.
I've accepted her in the group.
She's gonna get in. Yeah.
I accepted. She is a rigged in member.
Yeah,
she is the Chaewon.
Yeah.
She's there. She's there. I don't care. So basically, this is 8 members plus her.
Maybe that's why we also wanted her to push herself more in Fiesta because it would be nice to see more. Exactly.
That's but what I'm saying.
Like, okay, if you're gonna get in, at least show us what you're made of, you know?
Right. Yeah. As I said, she can crap on stage, and they'd be like, at least she took a pooper scooper and scrubbed it up. So it's like, I feel like at this point, like, girl, you can show your butt off and it doesn't matter. So at least try. Like, that's what I'm saying. If like you have a free ride, like. You have college tuition paid for, room and board. It's all set up. Mm-hmm. All you have to do is just work hard. Mm-hmm. That is it. Just do your best. Like, if I had free room and board, like, and all I had to do was make 3.0 or above, wouldn't I just go for it?
Yeah.
Come on. Saruchi, we're back to her. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
I just want them to just make you over. I want them to take that silver hair out. I want them to give you lashes. I want them to just do you up.
She would look so good, but I just don't. I say it all the time. She looks so good done up.
This is just what I want. And I don't want people to think that I'm a misogynist. I'm not. I'm just like, it's just too much.
Who cares if you're a misogynist? Because I'm being for real. Let's be real, because it's not like the Healthy Entertainment for Men crew love women. They don't love women. They are definitely misogynistic, and they still have their opinions. They made eyes.
I'm not a misogynist. I don't believe I'm misogynistic.
You're not. You're not.
I just don't want that in my girl group. Mashiro, okay, girl. You sound good. You got the JYP buff. All right, girl. I don't hate her. She's like Nako to me. Like, she's there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see that.
Bye, Hikaru. I don't want you here. Who is Chae Hyung? Is she the one?
She's our actress. Don't you remember the short hair?
Oh, she's the one that was terrible. She smiled. She danced well, but her vocals were not what I needed. And maybe Yes or Yes, this wasn't her song. She don't fit this lineup.
This is the thing. She doesn't fit because she's kind of cute, she's kind of short, she's kind of young. And if Hikaru wasn't like a thief and like an abuser and be beating people, I think that she could have matched with Hikaru, but Hikaru's way too aggressive, so they don't even match that well.
I can't even see them bunking in the same dorm.
Chaehyun matches more with Bahie than anyone else.
Yeah,
if you have to pick one.
But I'm okay with her there because I've accepted that she's rigged in. Mm-hmm. Bahie. But think of debut line. These girls are gonna have to spend time in a dorm together.
You know that Bahie is gonna get number 1, right? She's gonna be center.
I don't care. I've accepted it. I've accepted it. Like, I've accepted that this whole show is rigged, and I hope they never do it again. Like, if it's season 2, either all famous girls or no famous girls. Mm-hmm. Like, just season 2, but it's gonna be boys season. Just bring Kim Samuel back. Hey, let's bring all the people back from Produce back. I'm
not watching no boys season. I don't care about.
I'm not, but I'm just saying.
Oh, since we're doing it like that, right?
If that's what we're doing, mm-hmm. Bring the boys that didn't make it from Produce season 2 and 1 of Japan. Hey, bring the Chuang boy. You know that show's gonna bring money. Mm-hmm. That show's gonna be popular, Boys Planet. Stupid. It's already smelled like Axe deodorant when I say that.
Ugh. Toe fungus.
Oh, it's sweaty nonsense. Anyway,
Yurina. I think that Yurina earned her spot because
she did. It's like, I don't want to like her, but it's like every time she does something, I'm like, okay, girl, all right.
Yeah, she's doing it. She's earning her spot.
Right. Now, how are we gonna fix this? Okay, so boom. So Xiaoting, we're removing you. We're going to put in Chen Hsinwei.
Now, why would you remove Zhao Ting first? Why not remove Hikaru first? Why was Zhao?
I'm getting to her. I'm getting to her.
Okay, I'm sorry. I got too offended. I actually took that personally.
I'm doing Chinese because I'm going Chinese and Japanese. Anyway.
All right.
We're removing her. We're removing her. Who else? Hikaru. Who do we want up in this group? Who Japanese do I want in this group? Let's put Manami in here because we need someone to freshen it up, and that way Chae Hyung won't be scared when she go to sleep. So that's good. Suruchi, you know what? I have faith that they will pretty you up. So we're gonna leave you here because someone. No. Bye, girl. We're gonna put Wale in your spot.
No, we need a rapper. They can.
Wale will be rapping.
Wale. You know who Wale reminds me of? She reminds me of someone from Chuang.
That dry girl that got second place in Bon Bon.
No, not Bon Bon Girls, but you know, I think her name was Wu Yalu, the translator for Nene.
Oh, Walu.
Yeah, no one actually liked her. People just liked her because she was Nene's friend, and that's why she made it all to the end. Because remember, to the end, you could like 2-pick in Chuang, so everyone was voting for Nene, and then her. And I was like, girl. As soon as 1 pick came, she said all the way down to the bottom. Exactly what's going to happen to Bahie Cell.
Mm-hmm. But I think Wale could be a good replacement for Suruchi because I don't have to worry about her.
Yeah,
I don't have to worry about her. Like she will do the part, and then if they're like, we're going to do a soft song, like you have to have a soft rapper that can be like, give you the a moment.
The other thing with that too is that remember how we talked about how Ruiqi needs her hair done, makeup done, nails done.
Yeah.
Yale doesn't need all of that.
No,
with the short hair, if she has a short
work.
hair, they can dye it, all that stuff.
Blonde,
and she's
red.
just naturally pretty and cute. I think that Ruiqi, she's gonna need a little more work.
A lot is expensive.
Yeah. So I can see that. Even though I want Ruiqi in the group, I can still see her being replaced. Like that's an equivalent exchange right there.
Yeah, it's a good exchange. It's a good exchange. There's not a lot of Korean girls in here. Wait. You know what? Hold the phone. We need someone that can sing.
No, we don't. What? They got enough singers. Yurina is good enough. She can hold a note. Bahie can hold a note, and she's about to be center. So Yujin can hold a note. That's 3 right there. What else?
So she's saying these girls got a free ride, gonna have to work for it.
Yeah.
Because I was like, can we get Bora in here?
Bora is not. Bora is gonna be. I'm telling you, she's gonna be Miyu. They don't want her in the group.
Oh no!
They don't want her group. She's gonna be the new Miyu.
She's gonna be just like her girl from Cherry Bullet, the Cherry Bullet girl that made it all the way to the end and ain't make it, but she was singing. Dang, man. So you know what? All right, I think those are my contingency. Oh, you know what? Wait a minute, hold on.
So you ain't replaced Hikaru yet. I noticed that you got
I did replace her. I already replaced her with Manami.
Oh, I forgot. Okay.
But you know what? I'm sorry to the whole Chinese line. I want all of y'all replaced. I want Wale in Suruchi's spot.
But Jian.
Yeah, but if we don't need if we already got the Korean girl singing, we don't need her.
But I want her because she adds some age to the group. I wanted the group a little bit. I want the average age of the group to be on the higher end.
Okay, well, if we keep her, someone gotta go for my girl Hsinwei and Xingqiu. They gotta get in. So it's either.
I feel like at this point we used to accept that this is about to be the lineup at this point.
No.
Okay, actually, you're right. It's not going to be the lineup. Replace one. You have to get rid of one Japanese girl and one Chinese girl and replace them with 2 Koreans. That's the lineup. And I think that Hikaru is going to go. And I think that
if Hikaru's going to go, okay.
Only because Zhao Ting is center, I think that Rhoda is going to go.
Okay, so replacing Hikaru and Rhoda. Okay, I will take the dry Korean center for Hikaru.
That dry Korean center ain't getting in this group. Stop it. Stop that. This isn't fan fiction. Because if we're gonna make fan fiction, I don't want Bahie in this group. Okay, since we're making up games, the Korean center is not getting in this group.
Listen. They give the similar vibe, except the girlfriend won't beat you up, and they can still put her in black. Like They could put Daeyoung in black in the same outfit, and no one would be none the wiser. And at least her height would keep up with the rest of the girls. And she would at least be able to give the and we'd be like, yeah, I'm like, you know what? That's fine. Because at least she's like visually nice. And will blend with the other girls.
At the Korean Center, I would like to see her do something more elegant, because honestly, when I see her doing tough songs, I feel like she's like that girl that's like, yeah, so meet me outside at 4:00 and I'm gonna beat you.
But that's why I think they can. That's why I think that they can be exchanged.
No, I was saying, she's saying, oh, meet me outside, I'll beat you up, and then you go meet her, and she's like, crying, please, no. I feel like I can beat her up, but she pretends like she can fight. I feel like I can fight her, and all these girls you can fight. I think that Yurina and Zhen Zhaoting, if she challenges them to a fight, they'll beat her ass, and she's like, no, please, no. But she's the one who started the fight. I'm just like, girl, stop with those tough songs. I feel like the tough songs, she's doing a lot. I feel like she would.
Maybe that's why I'm okay with a fake punk getting in versus a real like gangster.
Someone who will actually beat you up.
Because at least it'd be like, if I meet her in a fan in like a high touch, she'd be like, oh, hi, it's nice to meet you. Versus Hikaru, where she'd be like, I don't want that. Mm-hmm. I don't want that. Hold on. If we're being real serious, Chaehyung is not getting in the lineup.
Chaehyung, the actress?
Yeah, she's not getting in. This is a moe situation.
Oh, so maybe
Bora.
Maybe in the beginning, because there's 99 girls, she has a lot of votes. But once we start cutting off and chipping away,
people will see the talent.
Yeah, I see that.
I put Bora in there, so that way, we have two vocalists.
So I thought you said that we're being realistic. So you're gonna replace Chaehyun with Bora?
So okay, who would you replace her with?
Chaehyun, realistically, I think that who's the Fanatics girl? Kim Do.
Wait, hold on. No. Replace her with Maya.
Oh yeah, Maya's getting more popular.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Replace her with Maya.
It does make sense.
Replace her. Who would you replace Hikaru with?
Hikaru. This is the thing. Momoko, the Japanese girl, is not getting a lot of screen. Exactly. Momoko does not get a lot of screen time, but she's very, very, very popular.
We're not making fan fiction, baby. So are you?
No. This isn't fan fiction. This is what I'm saying. Momoko, she is. Remember how we saw the leaked top 17? Momoko's in that. She's one of the celebrities who gave her Cell a free ride, pretty much. She's giving her Cell a free ride.
What does she do?
It doesn't matter. She's, like we said, she's a celebrity who gets votes. Momoko is in Baby Metal. I don't even remember what she's saying, but Momoko was in Baby Metal.
Oh, she was?
Yeah, she was in Baby Metal.
Why did she leave that? Why did she leave that?
I'm not into the Japanese scene, but apparently she wasn't technically in the group, but she technically was in the group, so now she's not in it.
Girl,
I don't know.
I would have kept my butt and do that. That makes more money. This is a risk.
I think maybe, to be honest, maybe she just prefers K-pop. Maybe she likes K-pop. Sometimes that's all you need. That's why a lot of the Chinese girls are here, because they like K-pop. I'm just like, y'all don't like South Korea. The Chinese
girls are there because they can't pour yogurt in the sewers no more and get votes. That's why they're here.
They cut off every celebrity ranking show.
If Chuang was still a thing, we would have got all unknowns in China, because they'd be like, why are we going to Korea when we could do everything we need to do here?
So back to this. So what did we agree on to replace?
Okay.
So
I wish you could type by the names of who we're going to replace.
Okay, so the new top 9. Can you see my full screen?
I can see the current one, and then I can see what we're making now.
You can see both, right?
Right. Yes.
All right.
I think if we're being realistic, this is what we believe would be the final thing.
Realistic. We need to make realistic and fantasy at this point. So, because if we're being realistic, Bahie might be number 1.
Yeah.
Sorry if my typing is really loud. And then we also need the fantasy.
So realistically,
yeah.
If it's fantasy, then we're gonna bring in girls that should have never got eliminated to begin with.
We can do that too, because a lot of the Yes or Yes team shouldn't have got eliminated.
Yeah. Bahie is gonna be number 1.
Yeah.
In the realistic.
Yeah. I think Yujin will still be number 2.
No, I see her as a good number 5.
Ooh.
She would have been a good number 5 or number. She would be in the 3 to 5 range.
I think 3 is at least good. I think she has a lot of fans. Maybe they might fall off towards the end.
They will, because other girls are gonna. If this was how, I mean, well, I don't know how people are gonna rise. Like, I feel there's. If I was a contestant, I'd be like, I have a little hope because there's no way to rise due to the cell system.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2. Who do I see as number 2? Yurina. Yeah. She's going to continue to rise.
Yeah, I can see that too.
Yeah.
I think Ruiqi might still be a solid Chinese member.
Yeah, put her in there.
The Chinese girls might be towards the bottom though. I do think that the Chinese girls will be towards the bottom because people aren't really messing with China like that.
She's gonna be good number 7.
Yeah.
Put Maya as number 4.
Yeah. She's gonna rise even more, I think.
Honestly, give my girl Hsinwei number 5. Because I think she's going to rise. Because people are saying that they want to have a Cinderella story.
Oh, is she the Haewon, the new Haewon?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I also think Hyung Cho. I think she's also going to get in. No, you know what? That's fantasy.
I was gonna say that's a fantasy because now that's 3 Chinese girls. You think that's
girls are
gonna get in? That's a little bit too much.
Hsinwei, that's not fancy. I think that's realistic.
I think that is realistic. Yeah. And keep in mind that these will be 1 picks too.
Right. And there's a lot of people that really like her, and she's beautiful. Mm-hmm. That's enough. Who do you think is number 6?
Ooh. Do you think who did you replace with Chaehyun last time?
Maya. I put that there.
Oh, that was Maya, yeah.
Do
you think Mashio's JYP buff will make it to the end?
I think so because we need a solid singer in here.
Mm-hmm.
And people like her, like they like her. Mm-hmm. So now we have 2 spots left.
Mm-hmm.
I think Xiaoting will make it, but she will probably be either 8 or
9. She might be. I think Ruiqi actually might be 9. I think that Xiaoting might actually be higher than Ruiqi.
Oh.
Yeah.
So who's our number 8?
Number 8? Oh my goodness. It might be another Korean girl, to be honest.
But who do people want?
I don't even know.
I feel that dry girl's gonna get in here somehow.
Is this a dry Korean girl? Who?
The Korean center. I think she's gonna creep her way
so we're
in.
gonna write the Korean center, huh? What's her name? Kim? Is it
Daeyoung? No, Daeyoung.
Oh, Daeyoung. Okay, yeah.
I just feel I have an inkling that she's gonna somehow get in. So you know what? I can live with that lineup.
The realistic one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could live with it.
Didn't I tell you that you just don't want, first of all, you definitely don't want Hikaru, but Hikaru and Ruiqi would just straight up ruin the group for you.
It would ruin it for me. But I could live with it.
Cute little lineup.
It's cute.
With 9 girls there, I can live with Bahie being there.
And with her as a center, they're going to make it youthful.
It would make it youthful. It's the opposite of what happened with IZ*ONE. Remember how we were like, okay, IZ*ONE is too youthful because Won Young is center. But now we're just like, you know what? Maybe some youth for this group. It won't be so bad.
And it would have to make Suruchi actually blend.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're going to pretty all these girls up and they're going to be like extensions. And
good for us. And you know what? The girl Hsinwei being in here?
Yeah, it makes it nice.
Yeah, Xiaoting is changing her image now. I don't like that. But I think that Hsinwei is the image that I wanted Xiaoting to have. So I think that Hsinwei being in this group is going to make it really nice.
Right. It's just going to have a nice little few lines.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think this will be good.
That's good for us.
I could live with this.
Yeah.
I could live with this. Then Hikaru goes to AVEX again, and she does her thing with her girls, and
because they don't get her in a group or something.
Yeah, and then that works for them, and people will eat that up. I'm seeing how many.
Yeah, because I was trying to like visualize it in my brain, like, oh, how many of each nationality, but for some reason I can't see it. Like I can't see it in my brain.
I just see Daeyoung getting in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 K. That feels good. And then 2 Chinese and 2 Japanese. That feels
three Chinese, 2 Japanese.
Oh, really? That makes sense because they still beefing.
I genuinely think that both Ruiqi and Xiaoting will get in, and I think that Hsinwei is going to be that girl who she's going to be the Haewon, like you said.
She's gonna like steadily improve.
Mm-hmm.
And like she won't be perfect, but she's gonna keep giving us her best.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's gonna be the dark horse. And now that the Vivienne fans ain't got no one to stand, there's a big void.
Yes.
And it's gonna boost people up places they don't think. Because remember, all the popular people are going to get pushed, and all the unpopular are going to get kicked. So now all those fans, they have to vote for someone.
Exactly.
And that's how they rise.
Yep. And that's why, like, when you see the first elimination, like, that's just a bunch of free votes now for people who are still watching the show at that point. Most of them still will be, you know what I mean? And I think that Hsinwei, I genuinely think that the bottom cells, I think that everyone there will like Hsinwei. Everyone who liked the girls in the bottom cells would like your Chinese girl, Hsinwei.
Yeah, because she gave us something.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think that she's gonna get all those votes.
Yep, I see.
Girls can't be cocky. They can't be cocky. Ruiqi, you got to work for it. You got to work for it.
She might get replaced by Wale. I think that girl's gonna. I could see her being a black horse now.
Wale.
Wale.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yale, however you pronounce it. I see her being a dark horse because she can do everything Ruiqi can do while not having to put much effort in it. Like she'll give the beautiful facials while rapping.
Yeah, and she won't do too much like Ruiqi. Like,
yeah.
I'm sorry for making that ugly face. I had to recreate it for whatever reason.
She did it. It's accurate. So I think Ruiqi is in danger. I think Hikaru's going to realize that there's other girls that can do her job and do it with more flair.
Mm-hmm.
Like in a way that we're going to want it. Because this group is still tough. It's like still a bunch of really girls. But at least there's a mix of them that makes it palatable.
Yeah.
I like this. I can live with this. And you know what? Ruiqi being number 9 humbles her.
I can imagine Ruiqi being the one that's like, and here are the 4 girls that can be the top 9 spot. And Ruiqi's like, oh my God, please let it be me. And then she's like, yes. And exactly what you said, it's going to humble her because she barely made it in. I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like Chaeyeon where they just straight up lied about her being 12. I feel like this.
What was her real ranking?
I don't know what her real ranking is, but I don't think that she was 12.
But she got in there fair and square, correct?
Yeah, she got in fair.
Yeah, they really did.
I feel like because this lineup is acceptable, we don't really need the fantasy. Because if I were to make a change, all I would do is kick Bahie out. I feel like Daeyeon is a risky one. I feel like she can work her way up, but the thing is, I feel like Daeyeon's image, the Korean center, I feel like she might compete with people like the Fanatics chick. I don't know why I always forget her name.
Doa?
Yeah, I feel like
Doa not getting in this group.
You don't think so?
No, I do not. I think she's going to be a lovely 18th place.
Oh, okay.
Or a lovely 15th. I'll put her up a little bit higher. I do not see her getting in this group because there's other girls that are more fresh-faced than her, and people are going to vote for them. Look at how she ranked in her cell. Go to her cell.
Ooh. Goodness.
She ranked cute, but like...
Let me open the elimination leak again so we can see this apparent leak.
Oh, I'm yawning.
Where is she? So Doa's number 8.
Yeah, but...
so this is the Japanese girl I was talking about?
I think she's number 8, not just for... It's her combination with Rhoda.
Oh, Doa's with Rhoda. Oh, okay. That might be Rhoda carrying a little bit. Well, the combination is a combination.
Well, if she had enough one pick votes, she would have gotten a 9. Would you think? So I don't see her making it in the lineup. I see her going far. I see her going all the way, like just how she didn't produce 48, all the way to the concept challenge, And then as soon as they're like, no more cell votes, boom. Because there's gonna be other girls.
This is the Japanese one I was telling you about, by the way. Okazaki Momoko in Baby Metal. She's carrying this team right now. Well, I think Sein is kind of popular, but I know that Momoko's getting those Japanese votes for sure.
So do you see Momoko getting in?
No.
Okay.
No, and I think that she's carrying herself, and she's going to get everyone who's won for her. She's going to be those people's one picks, but I don't think that the one picks are going to be good enough.
A finale girl.
Yes, exactly. She'll be in the finale, but she's not going to get into the group.
What if this goes a 180?
Oh my goodness. I'm glad that we're writing this down and recording so that we can like keep track of the things that we're saying too, so we can come back and see if we were right or wrong.
What if it goes to a 180 and this like becomes a group that we actually want and not a group that we just have to deal with?
That would be nice.
That is, I think, a prayer.
Who do you think is going to make it to the finale? I think that Chai Bing will make it to the finale.
She's going to make it to the finale. She's not going to make it to the group.
It's probably going to be the popular girls who are carrying themselves at this point because they're eliminating all the girls who would have benefited from the 100,000 boost points. All the girls are eliminated. It's just popularity.
At the most, the only girls who are going to get to the finale are like what 20 to 18.
Yeah.
Because for IOI, they had 22 girls make it to the finale. So it's like, you have a choice of which half you want.
Mm-hmm.
So I and they only had 20 girls make the finale for Produce 48, which I thought was stupid. They should have 24 girls.
Yeah, because that's 12 members in the group, right? They should have at least had twice that amount, but whatever.
They're like, we're tired of paying money for craft services. Make it.
Yeah, they're like, we're going to rig this anyways. Why does it matter? Just send 15 girls to the finale at that point.
15. I think it's going to be at least 18 girls make it to the finale. So either that 18 or 20.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably going to be like, what? They're going to have to do, 5 songs for the concept challenge? So either 5 or 4 songs. So they might have, 4 cells? Not 4 cells. Enough cells to make those groups up for, 4 groups.
I have a question for you, though, that's, somewhat unrelated. Okay. Do you think that... I hope that this leak isn't real because I would love to see Vivienne continue because I like her model image or mixed image. But if this is real and she's eliminated, do you think that you would be able to move on to Hsinwei as you're being her one pick, or you just be like, I'm over this show?
Would you like to let me have hosting abilities again?
Yes.
I'm able to move on now. This is where.
So you made a new one for the
after the elimination.
The leaked
thing. Right, because I need to know who I'm going to vote for moving forward.
Mm-hmm. I like that though. You made a spot for Wang Yale.
Because I'm like, someone needs to be yelling and she can do that.
And she'll do it in a not overly
aggressive way, right? Yeah. Now, is this fantasy a little bit? Maybe, but
yeah, it's a little bit of fantasy, but it does. Who's Wang Jingxiao? Who's that?
That's the girl that was like, "It's my Fiesta," and then left.
Okay. She was in the same team as Hsinwei or a different team?
Yeah, same team.
Okay.
This is unrealistic because I know they're gonna be like 2 crunchy girls.
If it was 12 members in the group, I can see 2 crunchies getting in.
Because she's definitely the Haewon, but she's giving me Minju.
I wanted to be the Haewon so bad. After Fiesta, I'm just like, you are such a good Haewon.
I need someone to sing, okay? These 2 girls can exchange main vocals. We need that. Because these 2 girls are gonna be the leads. Honestly,
Yurina kind of stands out in this group.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I feel like Yurina has a different image. Yurina, I don't think she's old, but she definitely feels more mature. And these girls feel more on, she feel like she'll fit a 20-something, a 23 average age group. These girls give me more 18-year-olds. You know what I mean? So she can, she'll blend how Irene fits Red Velvet, but it's still kind of you would have been a little bit better with maybe a different group.
Right. Well, it's what's left over? What can I make of a group?
Yeah. I like this though because you gave me a little fierce girl. You know, you found one for you.
I just want. I have no choice. You don't know how hard it was to find one. I was like, whose face does not annoy me? Whose face doesn't annoy me? And I was
But
going through. I had to look up her performance and be like, oh, okay, I can deal with that, and that's why she's number 9.
I like this.
So whose cell am I voting for? I've always voted for her cell, so I'm going to continue doing that. Her cell is already popular enough, but if I don't vote for her cell, she doesn't also rise as well because they're connected.
Those two in the same cell. Who's the other person in their cell?
Girl, you beats me.
Oh, okay.
I don't know who that Japanese girl is. She's getting a free ride, but I guess I'm gonna this cell will be my new cell. And who is Yurina attached to?
Yurina is I think Yurina's with Zhao Ting and some other person.
Nah, I'm good.
Well, she gonna make it to the finale. So
yeah. Yale, your cell is now getting a boost. I refuse. I like Manami, but I refuse to vote for her because Xing Xiaoying from Vivienne's cell got a free pass, but not Vivienne. So I'm just like, you know what? Good luck on your own, girl.
Wow. She honestly, out of everyone here, she's the one who looks very replaceable to me.
Yeah, no, she's very replaceable. Yeah. I just put her there because I'm like, I need someone there. So I think I'm going to vote for this cell, these two cell, and then this cell. Good luck, Guinn Myah. You don't need my help. If we were just voting for pure 9, this would be my 9, but they have it really weird. So I
miss Vivienne because Vivienne, you know how K-pop is like global. I feel like Vivienne, that little mixed with white image she got going on, her little ethnic.
I miss seeing her here.
Yeah,
I miss seeing her here. But I thought a lot about it, and I said I can be salty and be sad, or I can like do my best to try and move forward,
make the best of it.
Yeah. All right. Because whether she's there or not, they're still gonna make this group. So
I didn't make a top 9 based off of the eliminations because I think the girls that I put in both top 9s this episode and the previous episode, the ones who don't make the cut are kind of replaceable for me versus the ones who do make the cut are the ones who are like, oh, I need you at least in like, you know, they're like my top 4. So
I had to do it because I had to visually see who's worth my vote. And I was like, I'm not going to vote at all. But I was like, if I don't vote, they win. So I rather like do what I can, even with my little one vote. I wish there was a way to buy yogurts.
That's not good for you because you would have dropped your moving money to Vivienne. Dropping all the yogurts down the drain. Next thing you know, South Korea's like, don't bring that Chinese style over here before we ban it, just like China.
But they have the like pay system in the Universe app. But I don't think that counts
towards votes, though.
Right. They should connect it. Just like how they did in Chuang, where if you pay a little monthly fee, you get 2 votes.
See, but then people are going to say that it's rigged because what's stopping a company from saying like I said in my other video, I paid for yogurts, I paid for the app, and then just give the company like $1 million or something.
You're right. Dang. They're trying to make it fair and square, guys, but
it's a hard popularity contest now, especially with the cell system and straight up. I mean, not Chuang, but all the produce in general is always a popularity contest. But now it really feels like it's absolutely a popularity contest. Like if you have to vote for a cell, you're going to vote for your girl that you already know and love. You know what I mean? You're not going to give up a cell vote for someone that you're kind of interested in. And then the top 9 votes don't even matter either. So
it should have called this Celebrity Planet because only the celebrities are winning. Not regular girls with the dream. Nah.
But good for Hsinwei. She's going to be our one regular girl story with the dream.
But not really, because she was on Youth With You.
Oh, I forgot you did say that she was on. Yeah. All right. Well.
And so is Yale.
At this point, all the Chinese girls.
All the Chinese girls.
All of them were, yeah.
On one something or another.
Because if I remember correctly, there's a video.
The only regular girl is Yurina.
Yeah. But I remember like there was a video of the Chinese girls coming into Korea. And like they had pictures and they're all done up. Like they knew someone was going to take their pictures. And like, so there's 33 Chinese girls. I think about like 20, almost 30 of them were identified. So I'm just like, okay, if you identify all of them, that means there's not a single regular Chinese girl in this competition. Every single one came with You the View, came from Shuang or something. So,
you know what? They should have had some girls from the 30-year-old show just to throw some
sisters who make waves.
Yeah,
they're not. Come on, yeah, you got to remember that it's still healthy entertainment for men.
I understand, but she could be giving you one. She's like, I'm 35, but I'm still going for it, and I'm like, good for her. Good for her. Here, do a yes or yes.
Wait, that would be so cute if you see grown women just, because sometimes when you imagine middle-aged women, you think, oh, they're bitter, they don't like their lives.
First off, middle-aged women are like 45.
Yeah, but sometimes they'd be bitter by then. It'll be nice to see grown women doing yes or yes. That would be so cute.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine grown women dancing with the little kids, like the sister slam dunk thing.
Yeah,
because that song that they made with Somi and like all those women, I was like, that is so cute. I love that.
Right. Yeah.
All right. I said everything I had to say about this episode.
I feel like I got melancholy, then I got over it, and I'm like, okay, if we just don't have these girls, I can live with it.
Yeah.
But these Hikaru fans are coming in strong.
Well, this is the thing. That cell is really good because it's Ruiqi who has a lot of one pick fans. Hikaru, I don't know if Hikaru has a lot of one pick fans, but also the what's her name, like Jae-young or something like that, the Korean girl in their cell. She has a good amount of fans.
Oh, the Tell Me How You Want It girl.
Yeah, and I think that cell in general is just very stable. But
that Tell Me How You Want It girl is not getting in though.
Yes, when that cell breaks apart, I think the only one who would actually make it is Ruiqi. I don't think that Hikaru has enough one picks. I think Hikaru's in a lot of people's top 9, but not one pick. And so it comes down to how are they going to make the final lineup in the end. And like I told you, I feel like they should require everyone to choose one Korean, one Japanese, one Chinese, and then one pick.
So who would be your one of each and then your one pick?
Just 1 second to look at my top 9 real quick so I can see. Okay, if I had to choose one of each, Ruiqi would be my one China, obviously. Right now, Yurina would be China. See, someone's gonna cut that clip and be like, "Don't watch these people. They're one China or whatever." And we'll get a lot of Chinese fans after this.
Oh, maybe that's what we. No, let me shut up.
So, Yurina would be my one pick for Japan, and then for China, I already said China. For Korea, this is the thing.
They're not a lot of girls.
My one pick for Korea is someone who is rumored to be eliminated, which is Jiwon.
Oh.
So if she's eliminated, then I think that Yujin would be my one pick for Korea. And then if I have to pick one person, like as my one pick overall, I think I still do like Ruiqi. I think she would still be my one pick overall. What about you?
Hsinwei would be my Chinese pick.
Oh, I love her.
I think, and these are girls I'm forced to choose. It's kind of at this point of like, if 2 girls don't make it and anyone else comes in, I'll be okay. But wait, so Hsinwei, Yurina, I guess would be my Japanese choice.
What about Bora? Oh, wait, Bora's Korean.
Yeah, she sure is.
Ooh, sorry, she looks Japanese to me.
I think Bora, I want a good vocalist here. You know, I want a good vocalist, and if I don't want to call any vote a waste because you still supported the girl whether she got it or not. So that's how I think. And my one pick would be Hsinwei because she needs to be in this group. She's going to add so much.
Yes,
she's going to add so much. She is actually what I thought Vivienne was going to be.
I think that Hsinwei, I feel like she's the perfect combination of all the good things about Haewon and all the good things about Wonyoung in one person.
Ooh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's why in my top 9 I have Cui Wenmeixiu but she ain't going. I'm telling you right now, she's not going to survive. So if she's gone, Hsinwei would be my 3rd Chinese pick because she is literally everything that I like about those two in one person. Especially after watching the Fiesta performance, I was like, she's good. She's good.
She's going to get in your 9.
Well, she basically already is. If the leak is real, then half of the people in my top 9 aren't even going to make it, so I got to replace them.
Wow, we done cut up. I know I cut up Hikaru a bunch, and I know that she has a lot of fans.
Cut her up because you know what? If she saw you in person, she'll literally cut you up. So.
She sure would. And I don't apologize because you got to be real, you know. I'm so dying. They don't like Saruchi in the Twitter. They really tweeted that.
Yes, and I'm just like, so you guys didn't watch the video. They heard us criticize one thing about Ruiqi, and they're like, oh, these people don't like Ruiqi. I'm just like, she's literally in the thumbnail because I purposely put our 1 picks in the thumbnail. Why would I put her in the thumbnail, but I don't like her? Like, I like her, but I'm still going to be critical of her.
Right.
I'm not like those Bahie fans that just don't be caring about what she gives.
They probably don't even watch this show.
They just don't watch this show.
It's 2:00. Let's vote.
Exactly. And that's why I know that she's going to get center because when it comes down to 1 pick, the TXT fans are going to text their BTS army homeboys, say, can y'all vote for Bahie? Why we got to vote for her? Well, it's because she's TXT's brother.
Say less.
Sister. Exactly. Oh, TXT.
And then they'll be like, oh, hold on. Let's text in hyphen, guys.
Right. Like, let's get in the hyphen. Wait. Oh, shit. You think we can get the Sakura fans in on this too? Because she would.
Oh, no. Don't put her there.
You never know.
I'm gonna have to get the Sakura fans to get on the Hsinwei vibes because
you can try. You might have to team up with the Wan Young fans and be like, "Hey, this is the new Wan Young. Gather those healthy entertainment from men people."
Well, on her video, there's someone that's like, "As a Wan Young fan, I feel this," and I was like, "Good." I don't think she has a different fan base. She has a completely different fan base. Her fan base is like, "Wow, from used to you to now, immense improvement."
Well, I think we said everything that we
had
to say.
So, guys, next episode 5, the big elimination for all these girls. We'll be left with 17 cells out of the 90. Oh, sorry, not 99. Excuse me. The 17 cells out of the 33 remaining cells. If you have voted for your girls, I hope that they continue on the competition. If not, please follow them on their social media accounts and, support them in their future endeavors. Just because they've left the competition does not mean they've left the world. So please continue to support them and follow them on their many journeys. Other than that, thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you so much. And hopefully you tune in for next time. Other than that, bye-bye. Stay saucy.